Alrighty. I make my own granola. It's almost done. See, I've got my nuts, sunflower seeds. Yeah, all that wonderful stuff in here. That's almost done. And chaga. Probably never heard about it. We'll talk about it later, but I buy it in chunks and I buy it in powder form because I like it. You know, I'll make tea and I'll add my raw cacao with some chaga, sweeten it with some maple syrup. You know, I do all types of things with my tea. I'll make more videos for that. And black rice. I love black rice. We've got figs, California figs right there. What else do I have? Some chocolate. When I buy chocolate, I look for 85% cacao, 85% cocoa. So this is a good brand. It is not a sweet chocolate. This is a dark chocolate. So I'll add it to like maybe cookies or, you know, whatever I want to bake. Sun butter. It's sunflower butter. All right, made from sunflower. If you don't have allergies to that. I've got almonds. Got bread. I don't eat bread, but like I said, I can't stop everybody in the house from eating what they want to eat. I don't force them. So if they like bread, bread for them. You've got buckwheat. I'm going gluten-free. I do use sugar. I do use sugar sometimes. Got my sliced almonds. I like to eat them like that. Almond flour, my quinoa, my pitted dates. Oh my God, what else do I have here? What's in here? I think it's hibiscus leaves or red raspberry leaf. Red raspberry leaf. I like this for, it's a uterus toner. I like that for the womb. And I buy stuff in bulk. I buy a lot of stuff in bulk. When I tell you people I buy stuff in bulk, this is hibiscus leaves. Sorrel, we call it in Jamaica. I buy a lot of stuff in bulk. I don't like to buy little things because I use things really, you know, I go hard. Got pumpkin seeds. Really good. Chia seeds. And I'm not sending you to the store to go get all of this. It's up to you. You can try them. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Almond flour. It's been fab. Making fried chicken and you want to coat the chicken with the almond flour. It's really good. I love quinoa. Millets. You know what? I'm almost out of water, but I drink a lot of water. I need to go, but I'm getting down to like 9 bottles. I need 10 bottles. I try to get 10 bottles at a time, but so I'm getting low. I don't like to wait until I get to 1 bottle, but yes, water is very important, and the family loves jasmine rice. So I think that's it. What do we have here? More granola. This is teff grains. You can make porridge with it. Chickpea. I've got lentils, black-eyed peas. I keep some of my beans in here. Black beans. Eat a lot of black beans. Let's talk about blackstrap molasses. It's one of my faves. You know what? Man, this is the boss right here. Apple cider vinegar. When I decided to become the CEO of my health, apple cider vinegar was one of the go-to for like everything for me, everything. If I had, you know, felt a sniffle, apple cider vinegar, like pretty much, it was just freaking amazing what it did for me. Now, a lot of people may say apple cider vinegar isn't good for you because it's acidic and it's this, and I beg to differ. What it does for me and all the changes that I've seen, and for most people that I've recommended it to, it's done wonderful things. I love apple cider vinegar. My son knows that whenever he starts to sniffle, if you can't find the apple cider vinegar in the pantry, it's in his bedroom. And within a day, I swear, all right? Within a day, the sniffles and everything, it's just, he's well. whatever looked like it was allergies, you know, whatever was happening, going on inside of his body, it's gone within a day, like literally less than 24 hours. He was up and running and feeling like his normal self. So I love apple cider vinegar. I use it in my salads sometimes, but for me, I just gulp it down. A tablespoon and I'm good to go. I used to take it like 3 times a day, but I noticed that it suppressed my appetite. I don't want to suppress my appetite. I like to eat. Yes, I like to eat. Don't want to suppress my appetite. So, apple cider once a day for me, and I'm good to go. But if you're trying to lose weight, it's great. And for most people, they might, the ones that I realize have a problem with apple cider vinegar that says, oh, it burns, it makes it worse for me when I swallow it. I find that it's people that have gut health issues. The ones that are, if they have ulcers or, what do you call it? Ulcers, H. pylori, the ones that have gut health issues are the ones that can't really tolerate apple cider vinegar. Acid reflux, GERD, those are the ones that I've noticed. There's not a, because they already have gut issues, their hydrochloric acid is low, and I don't know what it does, but if it bothers you, there's so many other things that you can actually use instead of the apple cider vinegar. But if not, I honestly do recommend apple cider vinegar, and you want to get the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. Yes, apple cider vinegar with the mother. All right, so that's where the healing enzymes are. Apple cider vinegar is boss. I love it. I love it. I love it. You can use it as a toner on your face. I mean, it has many, many, many uses. You can do a quick Google search to find out, you know, what you can use the apple cider vinegar for. But I love it. I really do. Let's see what else we have. We've got blackstrap molasses. And this is another one of my king food here. Now, like I said, I use processed food. These are all processed foods, but they're healthy selections of processed foods. And I add them to my cooked food and raw foods, and they're great. I even put coconut oil in my tea, okay? Try sometimes, put it in your, if you're a coffee drinker, which I don't recommend, but if you do drink coffee, whatever tea, cocoa, whatever, you can add your coconut oil and it's going to give it a really nice flavor. So blackstrap molasses, let's talk about that. Alrighty guys, let's talk about the blackstrap molasses. All right, it's my favorite iron supplement. When we were growing up in Jamaica, most people would say, oh, I remember they gave me molasses. Now the molasses that I'm referring to is the unsulfured blackstrap molasses. So if you're going to use it for health benefits, you want to get the unsulfured blackstrap molasses. I was anemic for the longest. Like every single time I went to the doctor, they would say, oh, you're borderline anemic, whatever the hell that meant. They would instruct me to go to the pharmacy and purchase over-the-counter iron supplements. And I would do that, but I still felt lethargic. It didn't do anything for me. And for years and years, no matter how many times I went to the doctor, they would always look at my records, my file, my prior records, and they would always come back with the same thing. You're borderline anemic. And I was always cold, always freezing, always eating ice. I thought I just loved ice. I really did. But then I learned that whenever you crave ice or whenever you eat a whole lot of ice, there's a deficiency in iron. And whenever you eat the ice, your iron levels actually gets more and more depleted. So I turned to blackstrap molasses, and I was taking like about 3 tablespoons each day. I would take actually about 2, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. For some people, it makes them sleep. What I think is when your iron levels are low, it would make you sleep. This is what happens to me. When my iron levels are low and I use like a tablespoon of the blackstrap, I do find that I get drowsy. But when my iron levels are elevated, I don't sleep anymore. You will have energy. You'll be cleaning the house, the neighbor's cars, mopping, sweeping the streets. You'll have energy. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say. You'll have a lot of energy, and you won't crave the ice anymore. You won't feel so cold and freezing anymore, and it works wonders. So try the black strap. I take it right off the spoon. If it's too much for you to take off the spoon, then you can add it, put a little in your tea, or your almond milk, your cashew milk, whatever you can use. Some people use it as a sweetener. But yes, the blackstrap molasses is very good if you're the person that's always eating ice, if you're the person that's heavily menstruating each month, you're losing a lot of blood, you definitely, blackstrap molasses is something that you may want to consider adding into your regime. So that was one of my favorite go-to items, and it works wonders. I love it with the apple cider vinegar. It's beautiful. All right. So that's it for the blackstrap molasses. For those who had questions, what do I use? What do I use it for? If you saw something in here that I didn't touch on, you can ask questions if you'd like, and I'll answer them for you. But this is pretty much what my pantry looks like. These are some of my main staples that I use all the time. I keep other things in another cupboard, mostly like my spices. Maybe I have some other healthy kind of stuff that I use, but this is pretty much it. That's it for my pantry. Now, I'd love to know what's in your pantry. I do hope you enjoy the video of what's in my pantry. I tried my best to go over as many of the things that I can and explain to you why I use them, how I use them. If you'd like to have a pantry makeover, I'd be delighted to assist you. It is one of the services that I do offer. The service is offered via phone or Skype, and I will, walk through your pantry and advise you of what you should, or some of the things that you should or shouldn't have in your pantry, and get you to becoming the CEO of your health. Read your ingredients. If you have to buy, processed foods, foods that are not directly from the earth, you definitely want to read your labels and make sure that, you want to eliminate as many of the preservatives and artificial flavorings and natural flavorings. Like the word artificial flavor, it could be a combination of 1,000 different chemicals to mimic that one flavor. So like things like coffee, the coffee creamers and things like that. If you read the ingredients, whatever that flavor of that, if it be hazelnut or vanilla, it'll be something artificial. There really isn't any hazelnut in there. And if there is, it's probably all the way at the bottom of the ingredients. Keep in mind that merchants have to list ingredients by volume. So the first ingredient is going to let you know what's mainly in that product. The last ingredient is the least amount of what's in that product. If it's loaded with tons of preservatives and all these things that your body cannot process, your body's not designed for all these, it's not designed to assimilate all these natural flavorings and artificial flavorings. And I understand we can't be perfect, and yes, we do have to eat, and we can't do everything from scratch all the time. But whenever you do make your choices, you want to go ahead and make healthier choices. All right. Well, I thank you guys so much for tuning in to Ange'luscious Authentic Dishes. If you enjoyed my video, go ahead, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all over social media at Ange'luscious Authentic Dishes. Comment, share, let me know what you'd like, ask questions, engage, interact, and I'm here for you. All right? So I thank you so much for tuning in. Be blessed.